Okay. Yes, this must have been where I saved last. Back into all of this. It really does feel in the back of my head weird to be voluntarily playing this game about a horrible plague given the conditions that the world is currently in. Not to draw unnecessary attention to it, but it is on my mind, and yet at the same time, I fire up this game and am immediately awash in a sense of calm, even though it is objectively stressful. Make of that what you will. I have shit to be doing, and I need to hurry up and do it quick. Okay, time to get my bearings. All I really want to do playing this today, okay, I just gotta hang an immediate right and go forward. Yeah. All I really want to do playing this right now is get through a particular event and in general just get that out of the way, because it's the sort that is lengthier than one might initially anticipate, and I just don't want to accidentally trap myself a little bit playing this at a time when I don't know I don't know for sure that I have the time and energy and stuff to actually get through it. And I want to be clear-headed and free to engage in this. For whatever reason, ever since I've first stumbled upon information for the original iteration of this game back in... God, I was probably in high school when I was still hearing about this for the first time. The image of the giant bags of horrible fetid meats swinging in the foggy steppe is the one that stuck in my craw for years. It's what immediately comes to mind. You know why the earth won't take him? Who? Your father. Earth expels him like a foreign body. See that girl Grace, the caretaker? She's getting desperate. I think she'd take his place in the grave if she could. What? This girl's the caretaker? Uh-huh. I see. You were talking about my father? Some people are weavers. They make connections. Others are cutters. They rip things apart. Your father, he was a cutter. You Baraks are permitted to, aren't you? You're important among the locals. Privileged. As a faithful surgeon, he would cut apart a living, breathing town. Or even tear it to shreds with his hands alone. A violent man. How do you know? You've only been here a few days. But I do, because I know people, and I know how to listen to them. I know how to connect. But your father was a cutter. He demolished the whole mycelium. Mycelium? What does that have to do with anything? A human mycelium, the mycelium of the town. He believed it was all intergrown wrong. Not just like you surgeons. If a fracture fuses wrong, you just break it again and sever the tissue too. Who does that? I do it all differently. So you're no surgeon then? I'm not. I don't work with bones and meat. My expertise has to do with more delicate things. Souls, feelings, you wouldn't understand. Right, how would I? A sad pup there was laying, and a kitten dismaying, just a couple of pitiless creatures. I don't remember the rest. Do you? Yeah, you're singing it wrong. It's a couple of pitiful creatures, not pitiless. I'm singing it right. Why are you so sad? It's so cruel that people can't rest in peace even after death. Whose sins are we punished for? Why does the soil push out old Barach? I've heard it's because he's a surgeon, that he cut things apart instead of joining them. How foolish. I don't know, it's just he carried too heavy a burden. He failed to do something important because his life was cut short. Your people say that if the ground doesn't take him, they'll burn him, as the old rite demands, but it's horrible. Cremation isn't a crime. If things are the way you say, at least it's better than that outrage. It is a crime. The dead mustn't be burned. Earth doesn't destroy, it preserves. It dissolves them and saves them for future harvests. Earth is alive here. If you burn people, how will they speak? How will they bloom? How will they return? Do you have any idea what you're talking about? If one mustn't burn the dead, but digging is also frowned upon, then what options do we have? What was the... One moment. What was the control to highlight stuff? Key bindings. Things. Concentration, left control. Okay. I guess that's why I don't do it much. I've probably said this in every other video I've done, but I'm glad that they actually drastically updated how they handled the design of the steppe folk so that they actually look like people of the Russian steppe. Ah! What? Hello? Where'd you come from? Here, have this item. This is for you. Huh? Unexpected? No shit! Do you like the item I've given you? Will you find any use for it? I don't really know what you need. I chose randomly. We don't know you very well yet. What do you want in exchange? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that there was an exchange. You give me something of yours and receive something of mine. All items are charged with bits of your warmth and life. Give me whatever you want. To others, give what they want. They won't ask a lot, so if you share generously and give more than asked, the town will remember that. Oof. It's just a token after all, a tradition. I know this tradition. You'll get to know us better. We'll get to know you better. Our town is like a family. You've returned. Now please help us remember, accept, and maybe even love you. I'm saying it on behalf of everyone. Bayer Lagasagan, please relay my gratitude to them. No, get back here so we can trade. I'm not sure if I need to actually do this trade with her right now, but, shoot. I suppose she doesn't need anything. We shall speak later. We have much to talk about. Not here. Did you come to pay respects to my father? I have paid my respects already. I came here to watch you, to see what you do. I wait for your word, Emshen, then I shall give you mine. What am I supposed to do? You'll know soon. Fine. Okay, well, back to it. So, Dad can't actually go on the ground right now, it seems. Upsetting. I'll speak to you about it. Emshen, brave man, strong is his spirit. How fares your kind, Emshen? Bitekaran, for he has come to pay last respects to his father. We have too. How fares your kind, Katankar? Bitekaran, Upshe is at the threshold. The loss is great. I need to speak to say the words correct. Observe the rites. I've come to pay last respects to my father. Why do I see this sight? Kodokra Barakasekar carried a great burden, owed a great debt. Who is to take his duty upon himself? I'm not here for his duties. I need to inspect his wounds. You've gone wrong, Emshen. You stumbled wrong. Bekada, you knew not what you came for, so you welcomed the wrong guest. Say now, do you accept his duty as your own? No, wait, I'll take a look at his body first. Many soon relieve. Hurry, Emshen. Okay, just wait, please. This won't be long. Chest has been punctured. Massive wound. Could have been a knife, or couldn't have been a knife. Some massive cone-shaped object. A horn or claw, maybe. I should pull away the fabric covering the body now. Skin dry to the touch. Suspicious. Unusual degree of cirrhosis. He wasn't that old. I should continue the examination. Soil under his fingernails, unlike him. Always kept his hands clean. 3 oddities then, the murder weapon, the dry skin, and the condition of his hands. Okay. Ready now. Wait here for you. Yes, say now. Do you accept what he owes? Before the eyes of the kin and the earth, this is what I have to say. I, his son, accept his duty as my own. The sky is my witness. I bow for you, Emshen, the first blood yours. Bekara Emshen as a man, a brave man. Here stands Saba Uspte. You've accepted his duty. Now come into the inheritance. Saba will show you the way. Bayatai Kain, thank you. Well, they got the ground over him eventually, it looks like. You are a brave man, Emshen. A true son. Oh, hold on, let me just. A true son to your father. I rejoice as I watch you, the Katange, the kin, shed tears of pride and delight as I watch you. I'm afraid. We shall bear your burden together, Emshen. Your father helped me, I helped him. I shall help you too. In you, I see him. I always act first and think later, Akane. Got the scars to prove it. Your father was a wise man, but he wasted not his time in doubting. He acted instead of brooding. That's why his works were great and many. He who lives cautiously, pacing circles in his own head, spares himself, but wastes those he loves, and those who love him. Very well. Consider me comforted. Follow me, Emshen. You are now to come into your legacy. Okay. I am sorry about Isidore, but we have not the time to grieve. Here's what matters. You are now to take your father's legacy. Take it, mind, not come into it. Pardon me, what? Here, I'm giving you his udar, his warm vessel. He gave it to me on the eve of his last holiday. Must have presaged the evil that would befall him. You're right, he must have. That's why he summoned me to the town. I'm giving you his Uzkar. It's yours now, as are the things inside. Now, the money. It's a light purse, isn't it? Your father didn't care much for money. Okay, you said I would take my legacy, but not come into it. What do you mean by that? To take someone's obligations, word is not enough. To come into a legacy, taking the things is not enough. Your father's bequeathal is more than merely material. Yes, I gathered as much, but what do I need to do? There's now emptiness where he once was. Who's to fill it? Who will heal the sick, tell truth from lies? Who will plumb the depths? Only a Menku can cut a body. Only a Menku can pierce the unknown. Who will draw the lines? I don't care about any of that. I only want to find my father's killer. You are wrong. Look at the items I'm giving you. Open the Udkar and touch those items. I'm going to drop all this immediately, aren't I? No? Oh, wow, okay. Well, touch this. List. Sticky, Capella, Murky, Notkin, Con, Grace, Taya Taichik, and an unfamiliar step sigil. Herbs are the words of the earth. She grants them to us by splitting herself open, and so an herb given to the human body can tell us what ails it. Swevery is plain, but resilient. Each blade of twire is unique. Herbalists tell them apart by their voices. Do they all say the same thing? Yes. Okay, let's check on, Oh, let's stack the Swevery. And this. They're much tidier. I don't know what else I grabbed necessarily. I think it was just the herbs. Do any of these items seem familiar? What are they? Swevery, various kinds of twire, herbs. Why would he leave me herbs? He used to make herbal medicine, tinctures to cure any malady. He was a Manku, a knower of connections. He saw which things sing in unison when joined. That's what the lines are, even if you say you need not this knowledge. Emshin. You speak differently, more like a normal townsperson. I thought you were one of the kin. You are to come into your inheritance, Emshin. I change for you. Take root on your path. Kayadi, thank you for this. Thank you. Anyway, who are the people listed on the piece of paper? Closer. Let my tired eyes see it. The names of local children. Khan is what they call the cane boy. Capella is the daughter of the master. May he choke on his name. But I know not why Isidore listed them. I know some of these children already. Which ones? Grace takes care of the cemetery. He did pay much attention to these children. Spent most of his final days with them. They followed him like calves that trailed after a cow or oxen pulled by a yoke. His last days, huh? Wait, that's a lead I can follow. You think one of them has something to do with his death? Doubtful. They're still just children. And again, children hold so much power in this town that it wouldn't surprise me. But they loved him. They did. No, I believe it not. I can also see something else in that list. An eighth item. Some sort of sigil. Does it refer to a child too? This is a brand for marking bulls, but brands of the kin often have specific meanings. Bekara, this one is Udurg. Tough to parse. It means something like a big body or a special body, a body that contains a lot, but I'm not sure. It may just be a sigil. Who could interpret this for me? I am your father, not Kalbun. I can instruct you not. You are to learn on your own. Speak to the people. Most of all, speak to those who knew your father well. That is how you may come into your legacy. What do you mean? In this place, you must come into your legacy through action, not mere words, by showing you understand the contents of the vessel. Follow your father's trails. Learn who he was. Find yourself a fate. A fate like a good wife, Emshin. Your wife. Sounds good, but... Anything more to say to me? Follow his trails, Emshin. Then you'll know what kind of man he was, and what kind of man you are to become. Let me start with you. What can you tell me about him? Your father was a Manku. He was respected for it. He was respected because he was a doctor. More than that. What else, then? He knew the lines. Lines, that's just a philosophy like the Tao or phenomenology. What's a Tao? Never mind. What are the lines in your interpretation? Lines represent the path between things, the links that connect them, the laws that govern our lives. Between evil sky and kind earth is a line. The veins of our lifeblood are lines. A line carries the inevitable retribution for evil deeds. Family ties, the way children reflect their parents, those are lines too. Father used to say that lines refer to anatomy. That as well. He knew how a body is composed because he knew the lines. He knew how a kidney links to an herb so he could brew a curative tea from it. He knew how one herb linked to another. He knew how to draw a knife to cut a body but bring no harm. Yes, he did indeed know all of that. Now hear me well, Shen, for my next words are crucial. This first couple of days will be the hardest for you. You will find yourself surrounded by lines innumerable. Some you must tear apart, others follow, others still cut yourself. Only thus will you reach the end. I've taken your words to heart, Kater. Douse your eyes. What are you planning to do? Where will you start? I'll look closer at the kids. Why do you gather them? Who is this eighth? Suspicious. Hence me saying you will only come into your legacy if you follow his trail. Do what he used to. All you Baroques are alike, men of action. I've told you all I know, Shen. Be on your way now. Farewell, Sabah, and thank you. By Allah, may your kind fatten. Oh God. I need to stop talking to Aspity before every voice I am capable of doing is just Aspity. Save immediately. I should really contemplate. Oh, what? You mean I can't use these bedrolls? That's rude. I should really definitely contemplate what I should do next. What's all this? Oh. Nothing. Great. Let's see, it is almost noon. Familiar name on Father's list. There's the gun. I could talk to Grace. She's right nearby. I should probably do that. Ogimski's daughter wants my attention. And I need to... The air feels solid around this house. What does that mean? Hopefully that's an event that doesn't go away. Because I'm curious now. I made all this to-do about how I wanted to only do this one event, but now I'm sucked in. God damn it. Well, if I drink enough of this tea, I'm not going to have the option of staying awake, so... Hi, Grace. What have you got in your pockets? Tools. Forget it. Here's what I want to know. What business did you have with my father, Old Burak? Well, we actually went to his place often. He used to teach us things. Why do you ask? You used to go to his place together? All of you? Everyone on this list here? Sometimes we'd all go together, sometimes in twos or threes, sometimes alone. A lot of things happen. Why are you asking? It's not like we bothered him. He invited us. So, you were his friends. Did he have enemies? No, I don't think he would. Kid, you're clearly hiding something, but it's very important for me to know. Do you understand? You know what? Ask Capella. She's the oldest of all of us and the best explainer. She's a good person, too. Capella? Who's that? Fat Flat's daughter, but she's not like him at all. She even lives in a separate wing of the house. Is it a good thing or a bad thing that they're different? She's like a big sister to us all. She put together a union. A union? What union? Don't worry about it. Just a union of people under 15. Anyway, ask her. She might be mad at me if I say too much. Good. Tight lips are a good skill to have. Well, that's one thing out of the way. And I noticed the other thing suggesting I visit there has gone away as well. Is it possible for me to get all the way to that house from here? Is what I want to know. Would that be a waste of time? How are my stats doing? Kind of tired. Otherwise fine. I think I will go in that direction and see what's going on. I should probably think about where the nearest save point is from over there, though. Soul and a halves. Station. I guess just going straight to Olgemski's next would be my best move to save and be done for the evening. What's this? I don't believe Stack truly takes me for a patricide. He can't be that stupid. No, bad news, Barack. Well, yeah, that's manifested. I guess I'll go that way instead. Oh, that guy's just floating along over there. Maybe he'll teach me the ways. Seems like it's a better use of energy than walking. Yeah, sure. Nothing of interest to me. Oh, it's right here. Like, right here. Oh, I forgot I could jump. Whoops. Where are you going, child? Hello? You good? Don't feel like talking to me, I guess. Hi. Have you been to the governor? About the patrols, I mean. Faye is good, but too good, actually. Suspicious. What's going on with that? Not my kind of work. I'm too impatient. All strong men who aren't cowards should report to the town hall, it went. They might even announce an emergency situation. I wonder why. A revolt at the factory, maybe? It's not working. Hear the silence? I guess I haven't caught the murderer yet. Perhaps they need people for a raid? My wife was killed yesterday. How can I look our children in the eyes? I've lost the right to be called their father. I'm sorry. I could have been assertive. Think faster when I went down. I could have acted quickly, efficiently, instead of staying in my head. If only. What's done is done. Live on, pal, for the children. Do you want to trade? Feels kind of inappropriate. Where's that? Where's your front door, dude? This way? Must be this way. I can't fathom it being anywhere else. Is there a clock in here? Ooh, I hope so. Oh, let's not, pick all his locks. Am I in the right house, too? Yes, okay, thank God. Whew. Oh, no, don't pick that lock. Well. Why did you come? Finally thought of some good excuses. I'll be damned. You shaved your head. Preparing to become a monk or a soldier? Yesterday, I was told you'd killed your father. Oh, of course, I finally achieved my childhood dream. That's not far from the truth, Barack. You knew all this time I'm not a murderer. You just meant it as, what, some metaphor? I called you a friend. You betrayed him. You left when he needed you most. He cried out for your help, but you didn't care. He was in peril, and you were too busy elsewhere. He believed, truly believed, that your revival would put an end to his troubles. And always, he was right. Take a breath, calm down, and explain. What peril? What do you know? No, he wouldn't tell me. Suggested we wait for you to arrive. But you were in no hurry, were you? His first letter was sent in May. There's a war, asshole. You think the trains come to this town often? Lara said I'm stupid, that I've lost my marbles, but I haven't. Your father always taught us to take stock of the situation, Barack. Overall, you're unneeded here. Don't bother with your father's inheritance. He has better heirs. Oh, like you. And why not? I was a student. I preserved his knowledge while you wiped your ass with his letters. I was always by his side. Here's his letter, the only one I received. Look here, idiot. He mentions a threat. What could it be? No. What do you know then? Some student. Shut up. Your father's inheritance is his work, Barack. That's his legacy. You're completely unworthy of it. His work is not yours. His knowledge is not yours. You abandoned both. He sent me away, jackass. He wanted me to study elsewhere. Go elsewhere, then. Learn whatever it is you'll learn there. Here you have no place, and if the kin tells you to let go of his burden, listen. Perhaps even that scum can be right sometimes. You're out of your depth here. Poor Stack. You know, I don't even want to hit you anymore. So hi, Lara. This is awkward. So, here we are again. I managed to calm down Stack. He was wrong about you, or he was not entirely right, at least. But still right, huh? We already offered your father's inheritance cup. Refuse it, I beg of you. Do not follow his path. You're too late. I've already accepted what I must do. All in all, this is a quiet town. Not perfect, but there's a place for everyone. We're all connected to bonds of love, of friendship, of patience. Life flows through those bonds, the town's veins, and to cut them would cause harm. Your father, don't be mad. He dreamed of remaking it all. You're being awfully poetic about this. He was a healer, sure. He knew life as no one else could. The kin revered him. But even that did us more harm than good in the end. What do you mean? 5 years ago, there was an outbreak in the crude sprawl. It spread like wildfire. Dozens and dozens dead. People sent for Isidore. When he arrived, he ordered the whole quarter to be quarantined. No one could leave, not even the healthy people trapped inside. That's terrible, but I'd make the same call in his shoes. The townsfolk obeyed his orders without question. They barricaded the whole neighborhood. In the end, there were almost no survivors. But the town lived on. I suppose that's true, but Cub, do not take his inheritance. Isidore's inheritance is his power, his authority, his duties. If you become another Isidore, we'll never rest. We'll never know peace. Peace only lasts until the next war. I'll have to check those menu prompts shortly. You know, I was giving I was giving Danielle shit for being dramatic with the lighting and everything, but I guess that's just how Stack has his house. Okay, save real quick. Time to plan for next time. So... Oh, I guess I keep forgetting about my journal. I took my inheritance, but I haven't come into it. A right needs to be proven with a deed. Which deed will show that I'm truly my father's son? Yeah. Father's funeral starts at dawn, and I doubt it'll take all day. They say earth when except father, literally. Yes, father was murdered, but I got the impression that something was unwell with him, even before his death. Doesn't matter now, though. And father's body was interred as per the rite. If you hear there's grumble, find the source, yada yada. I've yet to seriously barter with anyone. I suspect I'm going to have to barter all goddamn day in this game next time I fire this up. Governor Sabarov is in the town hall. He's in charge of father's case. An incredibly reputable source has informed me that I need to see Capella, Ogumski's daughter. Reuben is an idiot. Some evenings, kids gather at the station. There's a list of patients, maybe, and father's vessel thing. These look like children's nicknames. Capella is the leader of the town's children. She might know what father wanted with the ones on his list. Saba, also called Aspati, preserved father's inheritance for me. The stepwoman gave me bizarre items. What do they mean? If I truly want to come into father's legacy, I need to follow into his footsteps, whatever that means. 5 years ago, soon after I left the town, an outbreak of a horrible disease happened here. Father destroyed it, together with the carriers. It's been foretold I will spill a river of blood soon. Guess someone will find their death under my knife after all. Guess I'm still in act... Oh, I see. Interesting. I wonder if the ones outlined in red are time-sensitive or active quests. That's probably what that means. Have some good items in here. They'll be good for trade later. Oh, kind of want to keep playing, but I don't know what time it is in real life. And my throat's starting to die. Getting kind of dumb. You know what? I'll give it a shot. I don't often get the chance to just play this unrestrained. So, let's go. Get some better lights in here, my guy. Jesus. No, I'm gonna have to do a total about face to get... Well, no, there's a gap in the fence immediately in front of me. Never mind. Well, time to start trying to barter. Anything good? Nope. Nothing at all. Bye. I forget that men have, the worst items to trade with here. Also, I'm going the wrong way. Have a little sip. Okay. Back to it. Oh. Hello? Got anything helpful for me? Where go you, friend? What plan is next to follow? Where should I go? What should I start with? What say the townsfolk? The townsfolk? They're so alike, aren't they? A backdrop, faceless. They surely know nothing important, right? A hive, a swarm, a flock, no use for names. Whatever one knows, they shall all know in turn. And tea time. Whew. A hive, a swarm, a flock. The crowd is but a many-headed beast. Like it or not, you are but one such head. They know you better than you know yourself. Have you heard them, Barak? Communication. See how it means finding a common ground? Oh yeah, they were eager to communicate with me yesterday. My ears are still ringing. They all know something of your tale, Barak, and from each one a different strand of it. Some know where you're to go, others will say why you must go, and some will warn of danger, terrible danger, that you may avoid it. So I'm the only one who knows nothing. That is because you are alone, Barak, confused, alone, losing the plot, Barak. Does not the map of your mind suffice? Then talk, communicate. Here, hear me now. Teensies and tots, the town's own young, indeed already know who awaits for you today. If you still doubt, then speak to one, any child. Talk to them already. Alright, yeah, keep going up, then hang a left. Doable, doable. Anything to say, fellas? Or are you just flirting? See you tonight at Saba's place. It's dangerous, yes. This is Nankajujums, a place you must not bring outsiders. Everyone's looking for a Shabnakadig. It's good they forgot Saba. Do you go there every night? The kin can even live there. People come and go, yes. So, I'm kin to you. You're kin, Katangar. Saba talked about you a lot these days. We waited for you, Yakachin. Got it. Do you have anything interesting on hand? Ooh. The cash could be interesting, but I think I'll need the symbol for something else. The symbol. Thimble. And she just has marbles at the moment. I'm good, I think. Anyway, straight from the path I was following, which is a mistake if you're someone like me. Oh, another Twilight. Hello. Got scissors and a razor today. The razor might actually be good to have. Better than the thimble, in theory. With this, I give you some of my hope. We have no doctor now. Who will help us? Who will treat our injuries or deliver children? You're a surgeon. You can do all that, so have some of your hope. And hope often leads to love. I haven't carried this item for long. There's a little of me in it. There's little of me in it. Still, has some of my warmth. Alright, that's how this works. Oh, there's one down. How's this working exactly? Sometimes after dark, step people meet at Saba's place. Not just them either. Simple townsfolk know more than it seems. If I'm unsure what to do, I should talk to them. And I need to barter with some men, teenagers, or kids. Well, I'll surely run into a couple along the way. Is this where I need to turn down? Well, it's as good a way as any. What's this? Nothing, I guess. Just garbage. Oh, a little mouse. I don't particularly need to trade with another woman. This little quest line is a good way for them to ensure that you're actually engaging with the townspeople in any way. Because it's pretty easy to get through, to think you can get through the game without doing so. It's a mistaken belief, but nonetheless. Hello, I believe you qualify as a teenager. Maybe? I need to talk to Khan at the tower. No, the tower's all abuzz now. Makes me kind of reluctant to leave. What tower? And tea time. You blind, big fella? Just take a look over there. The tower across the river. Our polyhedron. The only place where life is real. When was that thing even built? It wasn't here when I left. Oh, you have morphine and... Ooh, actually the smoked fish is way better. So that's going to be 7. Do I have anything of sufficient value to you? And a pair of scissors. Well... The needles are very useful, so I think I'm just going to let you have a pair of the scissors. And 1 needle. How much is this? Oh, 10? No. Thank you for the snack. Great. With this item, I give you Son of My Luck, I guess. People say I have that in spades. Don't know if I believe it. Now, what shall you give me? Wit. It's what we all need the most of now. Was she a child or a teenager? Okay, so I need to barter with a man or a kid. God, the men are a pain in the ass to trade with. Maybe a step man will be less tedious to me. They do have different preferences. You trade with me, please. Well, this is marginally better. These springs are actually rather important, but so is this stone, this chisel, I mean, so... Yeah, okay. I've carried this thing for several days. It wasn't easy, of course. But this I share with you my fear, my sorrow, and my anger. It was tough, but now it's become a little easier. Just a little. Thank you for easing my burden. Just have some of my warmth. Warmth is life. And now I need to find a child. I think I see one up this way. Yep. Artaya is in the termitary, isn't she? Why was it locked? Will they open it soon? Wait a second. What Taya? Taya Tai Cheek. Taya Tai Cheek, but we call her the Mother Superior. Mother Superior, isn't that cool as heck? It's Capella's idea. It's cool, alright. Cool as heck. But I need to talk to her. Oop. Trading with me, though. Whoa. A whole morphine for you. 7-year-old? Okay, well. What do you want most? How about a little chalk? Do you like marbles or beetles more? How about marbles? I think that's reasonable. What you giving me with this thing? Couple of nice dreams. Alright, I'll give you, what'd you like? To have my father back, little one, but that's only a dream. Okay. Well, my reputation has improved all at once. Very useful in the long run. Let's see what this has to say now. I bartered with most elements of the town. Now they'll accept me back as their own. Fantastic. Taya Tai Cheek is in the termitary, a giant bunkhouse for the workers. I think... Oh. Hello? Are you sad? Yeah, I am. I just wanted you to know I sympathize. I've never had parents. I've never had anyone. So I know how terribly awful it must feel right now. If you never had parents, then you don't. I'm sorry I've said mean things to you. That's why you think I'm evil, isn't it? But it was the truth. What do you want? I just wanted you to know that the girl from the cemetery, Grace, is talking to your father right this moment. And I think it strains her a great deal. She is? They're speaking, and I think it's killing her. Could you tell her to stop, please? I think she might listen to you. I feel sorry for her. Do you understand? Right this moment, you say. Right this moment. And he's responding. Why don't you believe I'm a good person, Barack? Open your eyes. I speak the truth. Remember, I'm always speaking the truth. Fine, I'll take a look, but if it turns out you lied to me. Where's the front door? Well, I gotta get around this building. Then over this way. Did I? No, I didn't go past it. Trash. Trash? No trash. Damn. Now this isn't really where I need to be, but there is a save point in here, so it'll do for now. Also, did I leave something in this wardrobe? I don't remember. I know I contemplated it. I did. Well, I'm taking it back now. Anyway. Can I keep going before my throat completely just dissolves from the inside? Maybe. I have no sense for how long I've been playing this. It's kind of a problem. This isn't the other door, is it? No, okay. Just walk through the shrubbery, Brock. It's fine. Hi. Oh boy, the volume's way down and I still heard the fucking cat. Hey, Uncle. Dig a hole for us, will you? What for? We need it. This is actually hard work. What would be my reward? A burial gift. Everyone gets to take something away from a funeral. That's why you're holding it. Are you burying a cat? Yeah, I mean, no, not a cat. Then who? Just the 8th. Huh? The 8th what? Well, the previous 7 are already pushing the daisies, and nothing bad happened when you buried them because the holes were shallow. I guess shallow ones are allowed. Alright, I'll dig you a hole. Well, that was strategically smart of me, because it means I was actually able to drink my fucking tea. Hello? Okay. Oof. Oh, how nice. I completely forgot you'd be out here. Yulia Yurcheva. And you are? Just a local ripper. How can I help you? You have incredible eyes. Who are you? The Kanes had a rather unusual notion of how they wanted the town's roots planned. They believed the roots of choice influence people's mood, their soul state. I found the challenge intriguing, if a bit insane. So the town streets are your doing? Not all of them, but yes, to some extent. Why the hell did you make the town so awkward to navigate, then? The Kanes implied that the town already has something akin to a nervous system. They suggested I view it as a huge, living creature, so my job was acupunctural. Do you take the Kanes' ideas seriously? Well, they have built the polyhedron, haven't they? There it is. I was even allowed to ascend it, though I wasn't allowed inside. The cathedral, the crucible, the still water, all those buildings are machines that work with the same idea. What idea? When a person finds themselves in a relatively enclosed space, it influences their inner state in a certain way. It's no secret. The Kanes are trying to create buildings that enhance spiritual growth. As in? Well, we're moving to the field of philosophy now, not my area of expertise. But as far as I can tell, in their eyes, humans aren't a paragon of animals, but rather larvae. They believe the human spirit is a spring to be stretched. Their favorite image. Why stretch it? To make people desire new things, weird things, things beyond their limits. But does that really demand making the roads so confusing? Well, that was worth it. I didn't mean to come out here, but okay. I probably have to keep going up. Great. Oh, I love to ascend spiral staircases in a mouse-controlled game, saving. You are Artemi Brock. Greetings. Greetings to you too. Are you the Olgimski's daughter? Yes, my name is Victoria, but friends call me Capella. Well, are we friends? Yes. Really? How did you figure it out so fast? I can see. I haven't yet mastered the art, but I do see things sometimes. It's a gift I inherited from my dear mother. Are you talking about clairvoyance or what? I mean, it's hard to explain. Sometimes I know what a person will say before they say it, or I imagine a situation, and the next day it unfolds exactly how it was in my head. Sometimes I even know how past events I wasn't present for, like which father... Sometimes I even know past events I wasn't present for, like which drawer father put papers into years ago. Powerful gift if you're telling the truth. Not that powerful, not with me, not like my mother. She could see at will, although even with her it could be fickle. I only see rarely and I don't control it at all. I see. Your undue sarcasm has been noted. It's not so rare a gift in this town. There were once several women who could see. Mother, Nina Kana, Katerina Sabarova, perhaps. Outsiders survive with such skepticism, but they are always soon astonished. So it's common? One weirdo already told me I'll drown the town in blood. You two swap notes or what? Do you know what I see? Under your feet, the hard soil acts as though spring melts, each step forming an imprint filled with red. You leave pools of clotted blood in your wake, Artemi Barak. I thought this must be about the murders, but you're no murderer. What does it all mean? You're asking me. I have no idea. Why have you come? Are you looking for my brother, perhaps, or do you want me to ask something to my father? I need nothing. I sense sadness in your eyes. Have you been crying? Oh, our family is falling apart. Father and brother argue all the time, louder and crueler with each passing day. Brother is angry with me. Everything went awry after mother's death. Everyone loved your mother. I was just a kid, but I remember her too. She died when I was 6. On the day of her funeral, I locked myself in with the coffin so that no one would take her away from me. That evening, brother explained there was no other way. The dead must be buried. That is best for them, he said, and then I understood. But how did your brother make you sad? Brother acts against father's will. You can make up most of father's workforce, but he doesn't treat them well. So brother argues with him, but father hates to be challenged. He says he'll disinherit my brother. Where's your brother now? I'd like to meet him. I think he's in the Broken Heart now, in the Earth District. Actually, he frequents the place ever since mother died. Don't despair. Even a torn family can be sewn back together. Sometimes grief can be a common thread. Do I have more to talk to about? Did something happen? You look worried. I... Oh, you know what? What? Have you had more nightmares about me? No, I told you it doesn't happen often. Once a month, maybe, or every few months. Did you know my father well? Did you talk much? Yes, of course. He wrote this note. Here, take a look. Why are these names listed together? Yours is on here too. I don't know, but I have a suspicion. Why are you frowning? Is it something bad? Well, no. About a year ago, your father began a secret company. We all met together sometimes, or in twos or threes. It happened naturally. He taught us, I suppose, but nothing special. I think it was more about passing down something of great importance. I can't make head or tails of what you're saying. You're an outsider. It's difficult to explain. We kids have our town within the town, a separate one, and we govern it on our own. Don't give me that patronizing look. It's not some game. You wouldn't understand anyway. I grew up here. I knew all this before you learned the alphabet. Fine. Do you want to know why your father spent time with us or not? Yes, I do. Your father was shrewd. He can see beneath crude earth petty lies and hard truths, Khan used to say. Khan didn't like him much, but even he got out of the polyhedron to talk to him. He believed we were the ones who would remake this town, rebuild and conduct it in the future. A fisher of men. Never knew he had that in him. That's what he was preparing us for, changing the town. I can see it now. He taught each of us something important. Perhaps he gave us a piece of himself. Yes, that must be what he did. Guess I'll have to protect you from all evils then. Okay, I think that's that on that. Let me read up on my journal, see what updated. Oh, a couple things. So, Okimski's heir spends his days in a pub called the Broken Heart. Been there, yes, I know. Grace is talking to my father this very instant. How's that possible? Oh god, do I have to run all the way back there? I don't know how time-limited that is. Father believes that the children in this list are key to the town's future. Guess I should keep an eye on them in the future. Taichik is in the termitary, a giant bunkhouse for our workers, and Khan is in the polyhedron. Well, I think I've finally reached my limits on reading before I've destroyed my voice, and I did finally take my assorted sleep aids, so I should probably lie the fuck down. So I think that's enough of that for this particular evening. Time to have a first look at the time it is in real life. Oh god, yep, time to stop.